I'm using what I learned at school to create a prosthetic hand. Stay tuned to find out more.
James Wood High School junior Joshua Rivas is working to develop a prosthetic arm, wrist, hand, and fingers as a project for the Frederick County Public Schools Gifted Independent Study Program and one of his classes at the Mountain Vista Governor's School. Rivas got the idea for his project after watching a movie.
My interest in prosthetics began probably around when I first saw the first Iron Man movie, which I didn't see it when it first came out, probably 2013, I would say. So once I started seeing those robotics and how they could help other people, I definitely saw an interest in that.
Before he could begin to develop his prosthetic, Rivas had much to learn.
I never had any experience in 3D modeling or 3D printing, so this was all just a big learning curve for me. So I first started off learning how to use the program in my mentorship site. They set me up with some tutorials on the modeling software that they use. And from there I built a computer because it's a very intensive program where I could then learn on my own how to do it, a couple tutorial programs, and as well as YouTube.
After learning to use the 3D modeling software, he went to work.
So the first stage in designing this prosthetic was figuring out how I was going to move and control the prosthetic. I had to choose if I was going to use bearings or bolts to control it, and I decided on using bolts. The second step was designing the joints so that they wouldn't collide with each other. I'm still working on this stage as well, but also moved to the third stage, which was figuring out the placement of the servos and finding out how I would make the tendons for it. The biggest challenge has definitely been figuring out how I was going to design the joints. I've gone through about 3 different prototypes, and each of them have failed. Failure is probably the biggest takeaway I can learn from this, not even designing the prosthetic itself, is being able to move past failure. Moving past failure has taught me essentially never to give up, because if you give up, then you'll never meet your goals in the end.
Although he routinely spends 4 to 6 hours a day working on developing his prosthetic arm, Rivas still has work left to do, but he considers each day an opportunity to learn more and press toward his ultimate goal.
So this project really helped me to figure out what I've learned in school is useful in the career field. I've used a lot of algebra when I'm figuring out dimensions and the sizes, and it really pays off of learning well how to maneuver all this math and using it in something that I'm going to use on a day-to-day basis. My end goal isn't a very short-term goal, it's very into the future. I want to keep working on this so I can get something that's essentially human-like. Yes, this is something I'm very passionate about. I hope to develop a company one day, and that's why I'm devoting so much time to learning how to really work this.